Yeah, I guess I am live. It says there's somebody here watching. Um, Not sure who it is, so say hey there in the comments. And welcome to the second ever live feed of. Let me scoot this laptop back a little bit. Sorry if I've got any sawdust in my beard. I've been out cutting trees. We've had a lot of trees come down and been helping some neighbors out. But this is the second live for the Ohio State Trappers, Buckeye Trapper TV. I'm going to get straight into the events that are coming up this week. We've got a Trapper workshop. I know it's earlier than the other ones, but we're doing our workshop down here in Southwest Ohio this Saturday and Sunday. Me and Eric Freeland will be doing that one. If anybody wants to register for that, get a hold of Eric Freeland, phone number 513-582-1616. This weekend, you've got the Beaver, Otter, and Raccoon lottery. This is I typically don't go for the lotteries because we don't have a lot of beaver and otter in my area. But I didn't know they were adding raccoon in there. I'm guessing that's probably more for raccoon hunting. But that's this Saturday also at your local DNR. So check that out. That information will be on the DNR website. And the Trapper workshops for different areas are on the OhioStateTrapper.org. Upcoming events, we've got next Friday, October 11th. Me, I think Dave and Karen Linkhart, and possibly Vaughn and Linda Richards will be at Wright Pat Air Force Base doing we're going to have our booth set up for the Ohio State Trappers Association. I'm looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. They've got their outdoor expo and got a hold of us about setting up. October 12th will be the Region B Fall Meet at Killbuck Sportsman's Club in Holmesville, Ohio. Get a hold of our new president, Keith Jones, about that one. All that information is on OhioStateTrapper.org. Region C Fall Meet will be at Fayette County Fish and Game on October 19th. And that one is a potluck lunch. That's in Washington Courthouse. And if you need more information, get a hold of Mark Stackhouse. All their information's on the website. Or if you're on Facebook, you can get a hold of them. Let's see. Past weekend, Region A had their meet. I was going to go to that, but I had mechanical issues with my truck. I got about 30 minutes from the house and my charging light came on. And I wasn't going to drive 2 hours and pick up a trailer and come back, and figured I'd be left stranded on the side of the road. That would kind of suck. But they had, they said there was probably about 20 people there. And I'm hoping to get some videos. Samantha Tanner said she had videoed her demo, and she's got a lot of pictures and stuff, so we can put on the YouTube page. Sunday we had our board meeting at Delaware Wildlife Area Shooting Range. Most of the board members were there. Dad, he's been out because of mom's health issues, but the majority of us were there. Let's see, I'm looking at I've got a cheat sheet here. Keith Jones is now our president. As I said, he did a good job. I think Keith's going to do a good job with being the president for OSTA. He's very dedicated, and I think he'll do great in the years to come. But there was, I think, only one member of OSTA that was there that's not on the board, and I would like to see a lot more of our general membership come to these meetings and just kind of voice your opinions. You don't have voting rights, but you can still come and tell us how you feel and tell us if you've got ideas or not. I guess if nobody's complaining, we're doing okay. Sportsman's Alliance was there to talk about their views on the Bobcat season, and I'm not really going to get into that. I am going to try to, in the future, get somebody else on here with me that's a little more involved in all of that stuff, and we'll just kind of leave that there. 2025 OSTA convention is going to be in Portage County at the fairgrounds in Randolph, Ohio. And don't forget about the side-by-side sweepstakes that we've got for next year. Bill Davis has I don't have one of the flyers here, and I'm sure there's probably some way where I can put it up on the screen, but I haven't figured all that out yet. I'm still working on learning this. So we've got the sweepstakes. Tickets are available, and that's for 2025 at the convention. We're giving away a side-by-side and a trailer, and pretty good package. And the banquet tickets are also available. So you can get a hold of Karen Lankhart for the banquet tickets. So that is pretty much the events that are coming up in the next week to 2 weeks. Like I said before, I'm going to try to do this weekly on Wednesdays. I try to keep my schedule clear until somebody calls and says, "Hey, I got a tree that fell, in my front yard. Can you come cut it up?" And I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." But one thing, a little discussion I did want to have tonight, because these have been going around for a while. The plastic traps. If you don't know, I've been making these. I bought a 3D printer. I'll go back to the very beginning. So a guy out of Arkansas, some of you know him. His name's Chris Hathcote. He pretty much found the design for these online and started printing them for Arkansas Trapper Association, and he put them up available for anybody. They could send him the money, and he would send them the traps. He was just getting what he pretty much had in them, and he got overwhelmed really quickly when somebody released a video of a little 2 or 3 year old kid setting these traps. He was overwhelmed like really quick on orders for these traps. So I had ordered a half dozen off of him probably 3 or 4 months ago to use at our convention. And I had gotten a hold of him again later on about, if the OSTA wanted to get more. And he pretty much let me know. He said, he said, "Here's the file." He said, the file's available online. Just, if you know somebody with a 3D printer, go ahead and print them out. So my original plan was I was going to talk to OSTA at a board meeting and be like, "Let's buy a printer and, find somebody to run it and start printing these traps." Because I thought they'd be more complicated. Well, the more I got looking into them, a dummy can run them. So I just ended up buying the 3D printer myself, and I started making these traps. I've been making them on my own. And it's, I decided then that I was like, I don't really want to make this a thing to where the OSTA is paying for the materials, because then I've got to jump through a bunch of hoops. It's like, hey, I need filament is what prints it on. It looks like weed eater string. And I was like, it's easier for me just to order it myself. So I've been making these and doing these on my own. I took a box full of them up to our last meeting and gave them out. So what I've decided to do, because a lot of people have been asking me about buying them. Well, I looked into that design, and it is a non-commercial license, is the way the guy released it. You're allowed to make them. You're allowed to use them. You're not allowed to sell them. So what I'm doing is fine, but it gets kind of sketchy where someone's like, "Hey, I'll pay you so much per trap." And yeah, but what I'm going to do is, if anybody is interested in donating money to make these traps, and I will tell you, these cost about $1.50 a piece total. each part's printed individually. I got to put it all together, but cost wise, they're $1.50 a piece is what I've got wrapped up in them. Not counting electric, not counting my time. That doesn't matter. I'm donating that anyways. But so if anybody is interested in donating to this, I will accept donations for it. But to actually, been asked about selling them. No, I will not sell them. That's I don't want to get into murky waters when it comes to these. And any further than that, anybody that sets up displays, especially first and foremost, is OSTA. If you set up displays or go to events for OSTA and you want some of these, then get a hold of me and we'll get you some. We'll ship them out and whatever. But I was actually contacted by Georgia Trapper Association today. They're wanting to get some, and I told them, I'd be happy to help them out. I said, we'll figure out costs for shipping, and I'll get some sent down to them also. But like I said, I'm taking care of OSTA first and foremost. So, but yeah, I do have Venmo. I'm going to set up, especially Region C. I'll be there. Just talk to me. I'm going to set. I'll have some of these traps up there teaching kids, and I'll just put a coffee can out, with the I don't know what I'm going to call it. If anybody's got an idea for what to call the project for these, I've just been calling them training traps, or maybe future trapper project or something. I don't know. But as for the cost for the materials, they come on spools. I don't have one here nearby, and I ain't going to get up to grab one. But it's a 2-pound spool of basically it's weed eater strings, what it looks like. And it's like the best deal, you can get 10 spools, 10 different collars for $130. And it's like $13 a roll. And you can make a ton. I've not gone through, since I bought this printer, I've not gone through anywhere near that amount. So if we can get to that point, but anybody that donates, don't worry. Most of you know me at this point. I'm not here to take anybody. I'm not here to make any money. I will make everything 100% transparent. I will keep track weekly, and I'll report it on here. The donations I've got, how much is there, what I've spent the money on. If the printer breaks down, then I've got to get parts for it. And if nobody wants to donate, that's fine, because I'm going to keep making these anyways. So just wanted to put it out there, because I have been asked about buying them, and I just wanted to tell everybody where I stand with it. But the easiest way would be, if you see me at an event, if you want to donate, throw $5 our way. That's fine, and we will. And if somebody wants to go crazy and spend a bunch of money, then we'll buy another printer, and I'll give it to somebody else, and they can start printing these traps also. But that is honestly about all of that I've got to talk about tonight. Like I said, I've been out cutting trees and kind of about wore out. And unless anybody else has got anything to say, I don't see anything in the chat. So I don't know who's watching. Can I click on this? No. Over here, I'm just kind of participants. No. Trying to learn this while I'm sitting here. Figure might as well. Yeah, I can't see who's watching, so it kind of sucks. But anyways, well, if nobody's got any events they want brought up, I know I can't think of nothing else. Minktoberfest is, I think that might have started already. I've been wanting to go to that, but I've never had enough time to take off of work to go. Show me what you got. Cancel. No. Okay. No, it's just I was just looking. But anyways, if nobody has anything to say, I'm going to go ahead and end this one. And we will see you again next Wednesday at 7.